Let us now speak about what we have in the market so far. First, you have the first generation security systems. These protect the systems rather than the data that resides on them. You're speaking about firewalls, antivirus, identity and access management mechanisms. Then you have the data-centric security that protects the data regardless of its state and location. It protects the data in its entire life cycle, so to speak, while it is in storage, use, or transfer. It also protects the data both within and outside the boundaries of the organizations. So there are two leading data-centric solutions: the Data Loss Protections, or DLP, and Enterprise Rights Management, or ERM. DLP is based on network and host-based agents that scan the movement of data and analyze whether security policy is violated. These agents prevent the confidential data from leaving the boundaries of the organization. ERM, on the other hand, is based on data encryption and fine-grained access control. Encryption protects the data from transfer and rest. Fine-grained access control protects the data at use. Let us now put DLP and ERM side by side on this matrix. As you can see, DLP is sensitive to content discovery and classification, and it's not user-dependent in terms of the classification of the information. On the other hand, ERM has a persistent encryption-based protection at the data level regarding software and how it may be used. It is also applied at the point of data creation and enforced throughout the entire data lifecycle, including post-delivery protection. Wouldn't it be great to have the best of DLP and ERM? Well, you actually do. csSECURE. It's our data-centric security solution. It has evolved from an ERM solution where data is encrypted during the storage and transfer, and its fine-grained access control is enforced during the usage. It has the following characteristics. It has automatic data classification assistance, it has a simplified system administration, a role-based security, and extra secure EAM by keystroke dynamics. Let us now give you some examples of how you can protect your information. Let's start with email. Well, first of all, when writing an email and classifying it, you have no intrusion in email composition. The classification request is at email when you send it. You have a policy scope and levels that are presented to you, and also descriptions that are presented to you. You can classify the security level of the information, and then you have to confirm the information classification. What about access denied email policies? Well, csSECURE supports the simplest policy. You have no access. Let's see it. Whenever an unintended recipient receives the email rests protected in the email box, and then the user cannot access the email content. What about emails and detail rights? Well, you have a rights policy that can be detailed. You can copy-paste or not, and these can be limited individually, as well as exporting or printing, and forward and reply. All these can be limited individually. What about document protection? This rights policy can be also applied to documents. You have no intrusion in document elaboration. Classification is requested when you save the document. You have a policy scope and levels that are presented to you. Confirming proceeds to the actual saving of the document, and then the document is protected with the policy rights applied. What about the usage of protected documents? Well, these are well identified. When you try to open a document, you can see very well if it is protected or not. And also, the detail rights are applied according to the policy. What about if you want to protect an existing document? The rights policy also applies. You have the integration of protection options in context menus. You can encrypt and decrypt in batch. You can protect documents that can be opened in supported applications, and every document can be protected. With csSECURE, the policy definition and enforcement is centralized. You have a high usability matrix interface for simplicity, and the policy history is kept and differences highlighted. You have context actions for increased productivity and non-modal warnings for helpful hints. In summary, what are the benefits of you using csSECURE? First of all, you have the protection of information in transfer, storage, and usage. The protection for information within and outside the boundaries of your organization. The protection against unintentional data loss and also against intentional internal data loss. The protection for cloud stored data. And have a secure sharing of data with external collaborators. And also an additional layer of defense against loss of portable devices and external hacks. Now that you have seen what csSECURE can do for you, visit us at csSECURE.net for more information.